What is going on, you guys? Pet Platypus here, and it is time to talk about Dragon Ball Super Episode 50. 50 episodes already. Time flies, I suppose. What is this, the 1-year anniversary of Dragon Ball Super? I think it started in July. Besides the point, but just thought I'd mention that. Anyways, on to the review. Actually, before I get into the review, my friends wanted shout-outs, so blame them. But fuck it, I'm a nice guy. There's this fucking queer named Lil Refo. Lil_Refo on PlayStation 4. He claims to be good at Rainbow Six Siege. I think he's garbage, but, you know, he wanted a shout-out. Add him to your friends list or whatever the fuck, I don't know. Lil Refo, L-I-L. And then there's, I think his channel's called Attack Turtle Reviews. Also Siege-related. You've seen him in my videos before, though. In, like, one of my Hobbit reviews from a couple years back, and I think in my review of The Interview. So, yeah, he does his shit. And then, of course, he didn't ask me to shout him out, but XLX Raven, he provided the multiplayer footage for my Uncharted 4 review, and he uploads Rainbow Six Siege clips, and fucking... There's a Rainbow Six Siege pattern here, clearly. He uploads Rainbow Six Siege and Uncharted and other gaming clips, so I gotta check him out too, whatever, fuck it. Anyways, this episode of Dragon Ball Super, way more important than my friends, obviously, no. But joking aside, this episode was actually really solid. The fighting between Goku and Goku Black, I mean, first of all, if you're not a fan of Goku's Japanese voice, like, I'm used to it at this point, but like, if you're someone who's still struggling to get used to it, the Dragon Ball Super just cranked it up to hard mode, because now there's two Gokus screaming and fighting each other. But it was badass. The choreography was pretty solid, the animation was pretty damn good. And they fight it out briefly. It's not like their big final battle, so I was actually kind of surprised that it was actually as cool as it was. But Goku immediately goes Super Saiyan 2, which it is interesting that he's using like Super Saiyan 2 and 3 and stuff. Because I could have sworn Akira Toriyama said he wasn't going to use those anymore, but maybe Toei Animation said they wanted to use them, or he forgot because he has a shit memory, which is something I have in common with him. But not nearly as bad as him. Like, he forgets hair color of fucking characters in Super Saiyan. Like, Toriyama's got some crazy memory loss, but when he pulls something out from the past, he pulls something out from the past like a badass, and that's what they did in this episode with the time machine, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I guess I'll just finish up with the technical aspects of the episode since I was already talking about that. Art and animation was overall pretty solid. There was a couple of slightly derpy shots of Vegeta and Goku, but nothing too bad. And overall, the fighting looked very nice. So good choreography, pretty good animation, solid artwork. So then you have the pace of the episode, which was actually pretty solid. They get going pretty quick. They don't take too much time to stare down or talk. They have a couple of conversations. They fight it out, and it's pretty damn it's pretty damn well paced, to be honest. I'd say it slows down in a couple of spots, but you know, whatever. That's typical of any series. So. What else is there? The story progression. In terms of story progression, Goku and Black fought. He gets sent back to his regular time. We find out what the time ring did. The time ring should only be able to send someone into the future, and it should only be worn by a Kaioshin, which I believe is like a Supreme Kai. And essentially, they're wondering why the fuck this guy has it. He also hints to not really being Goku, like he's not actually Goku. He said he wanted to fight him in this appearance or something along those lines, so who this guy really is, we don't know yet. There's still that other Kaio fucking Shin that we've been seeing in the fucking opening that we still have. He's a complete mystery still. We heard nothing about him before this arc came out, so that's interesting. So yeah, in terms of story progression, we find out a little bit more about the time ring. The time machine gets destroyed by Black before he gets pulled back into the future. Back to the Future reference? No. But, what else happened? He blows up the time machine, and then Bulma finds the time machine. This is what I was talking about before. Bulma finds the time machine that Cell came back in, which that was really, really cool. That was a really, really cool throwback. It reminded me very much of what you'd see in, like, this arc is really feeling like a real, like, legit Dragon Ball arc. Especially bringing back the time machine like that, because that's what Toriyama used to do, you know? Like, Goku comes back for one day to fight in the World Martial Arts Tournament in the Buu Saga, because fortune teller Baba can bring back a fighter for a day with a little halo and everything like she did with Grandpa Gohan, so that was a really cool throwback. You know, you had Android 8, and it's like, okay, Android 8 works for the Red Ribbon Army, and then later on in the series, Android 17, 18, 19, all of them show up, so it's almost like, it's like fake foreshadowing. Like, he just sets something up, does it, and then he's like, oh hey, I can bring that back. Like, he didn't plan it, but it's just, it works out in that fashion. One of the best things about Toriyama's writing, and they used it here, and it was really cool, because I did not think for a second we were going to see the fucking Cell's time machine. I thought she was going to build it from scratch or something, or she was looking for the fuel she made, if that is fuel that she made a couple episodes back. But no, she actually brought back a throwback to the Cell saga, which is really, really cool. So, yeah, in terms of story progression, there was enough, I think, to, you know, satisfy, and overall, it was a pretty damn solid episode. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to mention. Oh yeah, and Mai is alive in the future, which, that makes sense. I mean, she's in the opening, for God's sake. Like, why would she be in the opening, and in the promotional art and everything, and in the eye catchers, if she's dead? So, she's alive, she twitches her hand, end credits, we got a new ending theme. I never watch the endings, but as I'm skipping through them to get to the preview, they always look pretty damn cool. Like, they always have cool, like, imagery, so I'll have to sit down and watch the endings at some point, but overall, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought the fight between Goku and Black was really, really cool. I thought the story progression was fairly solid. I love that throwback with Cell's time machine. The animation and everything looked very nice. The pace was pretty solid. So overall, it was a pretty damn good episode of Dragon Ball Super. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So I'll probably give this one an 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was a great episode of Dragon Ball Super. But you guys can tell me what you guys thought in the comment section below. You can also follow me on Instagram or add me on PSN, even though I haven't added anything to Instagram in like 2 months, but fuck it. Or like a month. But still, follow me on Instagram, add me on PSN, Pet Platypus on both. You can also give this video a thumbs up and share it on social media. Both those would help me out a lot. Subscribe if you haven't already, or if you like what you've seen here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.